Challenges? Nice.
That's correct. A new community challenge. And hello, everybody. Welcome to the God Mode channel here on our Friday night D&D games. We are playing Session 20 of Lucent Odyssey, our mixture of Dungeons and Dragons and Oregon Trail style D&D. I am Jaso / the Wizard. Who else is joining me on this fine Friday evening?
Hey everybody, it's Luke. I'm playing Lankin, who is a Warforged Fey Wanderer Ranger and is currently being exploded by a giant pit of shadows.
What's up, guys? My name's... Hopefully we all survive. My name is Kevin, and I am playing a Kalistar Druid named... Pine.
There we go.
All right, who else?
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Uncle Jimmy. I'm Slim. He's Uncle Jimmy. Tyne, you still there, buddy? Next.
Hey, I'm Kyle. I'm playing Professor Buck, Furball Alchemist of the illustrious Radisaturn.
Hey guys, it's your girl Amanda and Kevin. And I play Opie Stickyfoot, a human frog boy ranger.
What kind of boy?
Frog boy.
Oh, frog.
What other kind of boy?
A real one.
Pog boy.
Everybody, I'm Nick. Playing Forte. He's a dwarfen mechanic. He's here to help the cart and the well-wishers make it to all the wells, but we seem to have a little bit of a problem on our hands from the moonbeam.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a problem.
Oh,
there it is. Commit to the dick.
Moonbeam solves problems, not create them.
Anna has contributed to the Gleedokin supply drop and given Nick a +1. Thank you, Anna. And yeah, we'll get to that elated and forlorn condition really quickly. Some quick housekeeping notes. This is Session 20 Lucent Odyssey. Thank you everyone so much for hanging out with us, chilling with us. A huge thank you to Amanda Otten for the character art. Really do appreciate that. Putting her social link in the chat. Go give her a little bit of love over on Twitter. Go support her. And if she has commissions open and you're looking to get some stuff done, go check her out. Yeah, speaking of that, if you want to get caught up on any of our previous D&D sessions, they're all here on Twitch on the VODs, but you can also check out the YouTube as well. Anna says I got too many points. Yeah, you probably got a lot, Anna. Yeah, speaking of, we're also using Twitch channel points. You can buy the players +1s to their rolls, and it looks like we've already reached our max for the random elated forlorn condition this time. Really quickly, let's see here. Who do we have in the chat? I think it was Esper who redeemed those. Esper,
Yep.
Give me a, starting with Luke at the top. We'll go in clockwise order. Give me 2 d6 rolls, please. And then in the meantime, we started a new challenge up at the top as part of a community challenge. You can donate your points. I believe it's up to 2,000 points every stream, so great reason to keep tuning in. But we're working towards a supply drop, the 4th one. It is a big 50K limit to be reached, so it's going to take some time for you all to work cooperatively and together as a community to build up to that 50K. But upon reaching that goal, that's going to give the entire party here of the Well-Wishers in our Lucent Odyssey campaign 10 random but useful items that they can either just make use of or maybe turn in for some extra gold so they can buy some things that they want. Anna confirms it is 2K per stream. Thank you, Anna. So yeah, make sure and get in on that. You can see how many Twitch channel points you have at the bottom left of the chat, and then click on that and click on any of the rewards to get a better idea about the details for them. And then yeah, we usually hit those goals, as Anna said, so everyone just keep contributing. Thank you, Joka, as well. I appreciate that. Keep submitting your points, and we'll hit it in no time flat, I'm sure. You also get boosted points if you're a follower, and multiplied points if you're a subscriber, so keep that in mind. Ebred says, I'm poor now. Well, thank you for your contribution, Ebred. That was really nice of you. We also use stream stickers, as you can see below. Mouse over the stream, you'll see the purple heart. Slap those stickers down if you'd like to. We have channel-specific stickers for subscribers. And this campaign uses a lot of homebrew rules. So if you're curious what we're talking about when we're doing some wagon maintenance, or we're moving one space at a time and figuring out how fast to move at a travel pace, you can just hit !rules in the chat to get most of those things explained to you and check it out. So I'm going to punch in here. Let's do !campaign. For more details about the campaign itself, use !rules. Hey, we also have, I think most of you know this because you're from my weekday games, but anybody else out there, I have an open seat on Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for our Rise of the Wild Knot campaign. That is a start playing campaign. It is a pay-to-play campaign, but get your first session half price, and it includes wonderful detailed maps. And after 6 months of play, you get access to your own free commission art. So lots of good stuff over there. I do wacky voices, all kinds of good stuff. And it takes place in our homebrew universe of the Twixt, which is a spelljammer-centric campaign. So super fun stuff there. As does this campaign. Even though it's largely a grounded campaign and there's not a whole lot of spelljammers, it still does take place in that universe. So it's all connected. A connective tissue, baby. Mama Bear, hello. Happy to have you. And yes, speaking of Monday through Thursdays, we also play Weirdkin in the mornings on the stream here. Come play with us. It merges D&D along with the rock, paper, scissors style battle mechanics of a lot of like monster battling games out there. So if you played Pokemon, Digimon, etc., merges in a lot of those rules in with D&D. So if you're familiar with those two, it'll come second nature to you. And it's a lot of fun. We have a good time. You can probably see all the colorful previous streams we've had for that on the channel that you've noticed. So make sure and check that out. That's it for all of my housekeeping notes, trying to keep them quick and simple. So we're going to go ahead and roll the intro. And while we do that, I'm going to get with my players to give them some inspiration if they need it. And we'll be talking that out before we dive in. So give us just a second. Be right back, everybody.
Two D6s in the chat also, just so you know, Jason.
Oh, yeah. Let me see those. Okay, a 3 and a 2. That means, well, this may be a little bit different clockwise, but we'll still start with Luke. We got a 1, 2. That's going to be Nick and Amanda. Now, here's the thing, Esper. I need 2 more D2 rolls. On a 1, it's Forlorn. On a 2, it's Elated, and we'll just start with Nick and then Amanda. So give me 2 D2s, please. This is completely random when you use the purchase for the Elated or Forlorn condition. It chooses a random player and gives them a random condition. So we'll see how this goes. This will last for the session. Ebird says, "Can I have a good stream without getting drunk?" Yeah. No. No, thanks. Especially during D&D. No thanks. Math involved. No, thank you.
I'll test that in about a month. I'll let you know.
Hell yeah.
Esper says, "I can't hear the stream because it's date night. So if I need to do more, scream at me."
What a champion,
thank you, Kevin.
dude.
Thanks, Esper.
I let him know in chat.
All right. Nick, you're Elated. Amanda, you're Forlorn.
Yeah,
That's-
feeling pretty good, even though we have exploded.
That's essentially like a bless and a bane. So it's either a +1 d4 after attack rolls, saves, ability checks, or a negative.
Right.
Right.
I'm not really sure how we could RP that Forte would be happy that there was a mass explosion that just happened before him, but
I've experienced worse on the spelljammer. This is just going to light speed, but in a different way.
He's like, Lincoln's finally dead. Hooray!
I like the Lincoln. Lincoln is very cool. Sometimes very scary, but takes care of me, so I cannot be mad.
Yes, Forte, Mondo.
And
Cool.
look, he has no eyeballs. That's
He
normal.
does not, which is nice because he does not have to use the gargoyles when he is welding.
The gargoyles.
Esper says whoever got Forlorn, 1, I'm sorry, and 2, get wrecked. No, man.
Thanks.
Hey, why don't we roll to see who wants to give the recap from last week?
I'll do the recap if you want.
Oh.
2 weeks ago.
Personal sacrifice. All right, Slim. What happened last time? Wait. Hold on.
Get that voice right.
Luke got a +1.
Yes. I need it because I might be about to take a lot of damage.
Slim. Yeah. What happened last time on
Lucent Odyssey?
Your voice changer didn't work if you were trying to use it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
what?
Sounded like
Sounded
Van.
good though. If you could
I
talk
sounded
that
like
all the time.
myself?
You sound
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
kinda
good though.
fancy.
It sounded like you were doing a voice, but it wasn't the voice change voice.
Oh, gross. Hang on a second.
Testing.
Same voice.
Your streamer steroids are not
Yeah,
working.
here. This is through, I know what this is. Hang on just a second.
You gotta pay roll 20.
It's because
I
it's
know
coming
what
through Discord.
It's coming
instead
through,
of,
yeah. It's
yeah.
coming through my normal Yeti. It's a boring normal Yeti. Hang on, chat. Don't leave. Hang on. I see the viewer count dropping. Don't leave.
What kind of fly-by-night? Stick with
Wait.
taming on daytime hours, buddy.
I left for 2 seconds. What happened?
Nothing. Shh, nothing.
Okay.
Input device is going to be voice mod. So now,
Lucent Odyssey.
There we go.
there we go.
Yay.
Okay, Slim, go ahead.
So, I wasn't here, but Uncle Jimmy was definitely here. Last thing I remember, we were in the drowned mines, spelunking a few goods that were not unturned or turned over, if you will. We looted a couple chests, we ran around, looted some more things. We saw frogs die, we saw more scuttling, disgusting fish monsters. We figure out the drowned mines were because they didn't drown as much as they got exposed to some not airborne based fungus to which you don't have to wear a face receptacle. Like, we fucked about and found out. I picked a few locks, opened a few doors, and little did I know that Uncle Jimmy became not only an uncle but a father because some fish monster shoved an egg down my throat and tried to strangle me and kill me in the water. But luckily enough, due to my associates, we fried it, cooked it, found out information about the secret door into Karnak, a secret entrance. Packed up and headed over there, rested up a little bit, and ran into I'm drawing a blank on her name. That one broad that we found wandering out in the wilds, who was very nice to us.
Orphe.
There she is. Yeah, there's a cat in the background. I don't know where she's at.
Is that what I was hearing?
That was cute. That was cute.
It was.
Hey, Sam.
Oh.
We snuck in there all stealthy like, cased the joint, kind of eliminated a few new friends that we made and found out that their shadows and best friends got there she is.
Did she just open the door and leave?
That was me.
She's like,
The hell?
I'm gonna head out.
No one knows how to open the door. That's the scary thing.
Oh my god.
So we took out one of the cultist dark twilight guard guys, and we saw his soul and or shadow get ripped from his body and then go into this magic skull bowl of goulash or gabagoo or whatever it was, swirl around a little bit, and
That sweet goulash.
we, like grandma's gravy. We
That sounds horrible.
Since we've been banned from
Sunday
Twitch.
gravy is not a gross thing. It's
traditional.
But when it's grandma's gravy.
This is the red sauce.
You don't got a problem with Nona's gravy?
It's not the same as grandma's gravy.
Yeah, if you call it Nona's gravy, that sounds great.
That goes with our other sponsor, Meat Seltzer.
No.
So after we noticed that, we tried to incapacitate the other guy, and that didn't work out too well. He got knocked out, got up, and after accidentally trying to put him to sleep, he too helped fill the bowl of darkness and souls. And we got the hint that, from him, as he was, being a real asshole, told us that, light well, dark well, it's all, it's a harmonic balance like we've been trying to keep, and too much of a good thing, like we've noticed, and my face has been burnt like 7 times by the thing, that maybe we needed it. But our illustrious, knowledgeable Bark of the Trees, Mr. Professor Bark, moonbeamed the shit out of the thing, and it exploded. What's that sound effect, Mr. Bark? What is it? You did a what?
Motherfucking moonbeam!
And if I'm right, that's about it.
If you're just now joining us, Moonbeam is a meme that we do almost every campaign.
Some of us, i.e., Professor Bark specifically, or should I say Kyle, loves him a good moonbeam. So
I can't help myself.
yeah. In this situation, it detonated in a massive blast. So thank you so much, Slim, for that recap. Yes, you all found yourselves underground, or at least in the base level of Karnak, attempting to take on some of the figures that you found inside, and seeing this dark version, an almost inverted version of the light wells you've run into before, deciding with some amount of precision decision making, you cast a moonbeam inside, and as you did, the entire thing erupted in an explosion. Everyone, please make me a dexterity saving throw.
I'll see you guys next week with a new character, I guess.
Oh my god. I have +7 to my dexterity saving throw?
Yeah, you're a ranger. Oh no! This looks really bad! Fuck! Oh god.
Oh.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna add a +1 to that just for shits and giggles.
No, my Clyde's gonna die.
Do I use?
Oh, that's fucking Gonzo. Are you kidding me?
Do I use?
Clyde.
DC is 15.
Oh, Professor Bark.
DC is 15, so I'm just gonna go through now that you've made a couple rolls. I'm not even gonna look at the rolls. I'm just gonna ask you.
Add a +1.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect.
I used my inspiration, Jason.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge to take half of it.
All right, Forte, pass or fail?
Failed.
52 points of fire damage.
Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, I guess I didn't need to use it, but still.
Forte has resistance to fire as a level 6 Forge Cleric.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
All right, good stuff. Luke, Lincoln.
Success.
Okay, good. Half of this. So 46, 23 points of fire damage.
Lincoln is going to bring up his shield and cast Absorb Elements.
Oh, shit,
I'll
yes.
take half of that. 11. I'll take 11.
All right, good stuff. Amanda / Opie.
With a +1, I just passed.
Okay, so half, 61, rounded down, so 30 points of fire damage.
That still hurts. That still hurts. That still hurts pretty bad.
Kyle
got that
/
healing
Bark.
Oh, big old fat fail.
You take 47 points of fire damage.
I
Absorb those elements.
absorb elements.
Nice.
They'd be 24.
All right, Kevin / Tyne.
16.
Hey, you just made it then. 54 in the case. 7.
Absorb elements.
No, 27.
Primal
go.
magic.
There you go.
Primal magic.
Look at all you all.
It kept me from dying.
It's like
That's all that I needed.
It's like the best level 1 primal spell you can take. It's so good.
Jesus.
14 is your total there.
Ebred said, "Can we have a redeem to heal the party for 1d8?" Maybe one day, Ebred. Maybe one day. Let's see. Slim / Uncle Jimmy.
I failed, but I know it's more evasion at next level, but would you allow me to use an uncanny dodge to try and negate not half, but maybe a quarter? Could I persuade you into that?
Sure. Quarter off of 57, whatever that ends up being.
Yeah, I would have been dead.
What happened now?
Yeah, what did you do? What are you talking about?
I'm begging to use uncanny dodge against this.
I mean, are you able to use
that
uncanny
normally
dodge
happen?
against it?
No, it's an attack, specifically an attack.
It is a weird
rough.
trigger.
I'm
You can cut a quarter off.
Jason, I was supposed to take half damage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
43 is a quarter less than 57. You're welcome.
Jason is a merciful god.
Unless I took
I
damage
am a
last game,
merciful
I am
god.
at 1 HP.
He doesn't want to wipe the party because he's got an abomination that's about to bust through the door. He wants to wipe us with.
Stop. Don't. Be quiet, Nick. I told you. Keep the show notes quiet.
Excuse me, I'm at 2.
I did the math for everybody. 43 for Uncle Jimmy, 14 for Tyne.
The entire room lights up with a mixture of light and dark energy as the moonbeam firing its radiant rays directly into the swirling dark mist of the skull, or this dark necrotic well, coalesce together and just erupts in a implosive blast that nearly blinds everyone for a split second, other than Lanquin, who's already blinded, as you're all thrown back from the initial blast. So everyone is essentially either thrown into the walls or thrown back a space or two, taking that amount of damage. Some of you more damage than others. You can hear several pieces of the room around you falling, collapsing down from the sort of makeup of the bone and rock that are around here. Pieces crumbling, areas cracking. Up above Lincoln, you can see as the two mixtures of light and dark energy imploded, there was a blast shooting straight up into the air, cracking the ceiling itself, as you can peer up through what looks like a relatively sizable hole, 10 or 15 feet wide, and it looks like another level of the fort itself that's again pierced through that top as well. What do you all immediately do as you all look around as some of the dust and bones settles around you?
Moonbeam, successful.
Vomit blood.
I hope we did the right thing.
You idiot. What did you do?
Forte starts triaging.
Lincoln shakes the fire off of his sword and prepares to face whatever is inevitably coming, because they know that we're here now for sure. They're going to come investigate.
Give me perception checks, everybody.
Okay.
Perception.
Oh yeah, I have exhaustion. Fuck me.
I'm gonna make that an 18 because I need to start using these plus ones.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Pretty good.
I got that ringing in my ear still. Jimmy, are you okay?
It's like the cutscenes in Call of Duty where the grenade blows up next to you. It's just
Flashbang.
It's me 24/7.
Wait, if I'm forlorn, is that saving throws too?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Well, then
Oh.
I'm gonna take an I would have taken that whole damage.
Ooh.
Well, then you took that whole damage.
Then in that case, you took the
So-
whole damage.
In that case, Opie's down.
Thanks,
Every-
chat. Thanks, chat. Super cool.
Everyone
Super-
turns to see an unconscious Opie laying on the ground.
What's the
Take
pickup on?
Take
Healing.
7 health. She's
Yeah.
fine. She's fine.
Do you still have? Well, did
Oh.
you?
He still
How
has
does
it up.
aura vitality work after you get exploded? Did you save against the concentration?
No, because I took. Oh yeah, I guess I have to save against concentration. Yeah.
Mhm.
How do you
What
do
was
that?
the total damage you took?
It's only 16 actually.
14.
Okay,
How did you? What? I
Me?
did the math for you. How did you do that?
Well,
DC 10.
54 divided by 2 minus 11. 54 divided by
took half.
2
Half and then absorb elements.
minus 11. 16.
Why minus 11 though?
Where's the 11 come from?
The absorb elements.
You half it again. You don't.
It's half.
It's half of 54 is not 22.
Well, I think he's. Did you save?
He
Tom?
saved.
Yeah, he saved and
I
then he
saved.
absorbed elements.
Right. So
So he-
54 goes down to 27.
Yeah.
27.
And
And
Half
then
again
11.
is 13.
It's 13, not 11.
But I'm unmerciful and I round up because that's how damage works.
Wait a minute. Why is it halved again? I only save.
You saved
Well,
to
You
take half,
absorbed elements.
and then absorb elements to take half again.
That's not what my absorbed elements does.
What?
Around.
Resistance to the triggering damage.
Resistance is half damage.
What's yours say?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was reading about the apparently it does damage. I'm sorry, I read it wrong.
Melee damage. Okay.
You goof.
Yeah.
Kevin's
I thought
already
the melee
transit.
damage was.
But anyway, point is it's a DC 10.
Kevin's
It's always DC 10
transitioned
no
over to
matter what.
Pathfinder already. Yeah, DC 10, please.
DC 10.
He can do it with an 11.
Easy. Easy
There
every
you go.
time.
All right, you
Cool.
still hold
so
it.
So I get 7.
So
I get that 7 HP.
everyone gets.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, let me roll it. Yeah, it's 2d6. Yeah, you also get that, and so everyone also gets 5 more. And that's
Thank
everybody.
you. Thank you,
It's a whole-
Father. Am I saying that right?
I
It's
don't believe I am your father.
it's usually
couldn't-
you're always calling each other daddy, so I feel
How much HP did we get back?
5. Everybody got 5 temporary hit points.
You also got 11. I healed you specifically.
Thank you.
And it's not temporary, it's regain 2d6 hit
Oh,
points. So it's
dope.
5. Yeah.
God, that class is so good.
I love it.
Jason, why don't you kill him first?
No.
I'm trying
Let me
to.
think this was. He was trying.
I'm not done yet. Those of you with a 15 or higher perception, you begin to hear what sounds like slow, methodical footsteps coming from behind the set of double doors that are now stained and pocked with, marks of black from the blast. The bony doors at the top of the room.
I was joking about that Colossus, by the way.
Orte, on me. We will hold them. I'm-
Maybe we should go, guys. I think I just died there for a second.
You only passed out from the pain. It's very.
I think my hair is burnt.
Should we? Do you think we should move up, Forte, or should we stay at the back of the room here? Or it might be a good idea if we try to like bottleneck him over by the door. You know?
Yeah. It doesn't look like anything could come in from any of the other places. So if we at least make a speed bump, they can kind of heal up.
Yeah. Let's move forward then. We're pretty healthy.
Yeah.
Boost. But
Do I have time to do some more healing, Jason?
You have maybe like a round left before it sounds like the steps are probably going to be at the double door. You can hear them one step at a time, but it doesn't sound like they're rushed or hurried.
We'll be taking another 5.
probably an obvious answer, but you guys are both above AC 16, right?
Who's you guys? Them.
Yes, I am 19.
20.
Jim, take another 5.
Thank you.
Well, that was all quite exciting. Let's get ready for the next thing.
If we have a round, Opie's actually gonna go ahead and take his potion of healing that he has.
Yeah, about one round before it sounds like the footsteps are going to be right behind the double doors.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, what a waste of a spell slot. Take that extra 9 forte.
That's not bad for a healing word.
For a third level word?
Yeah, but I mean, it's healing word. It's never gonna heal a lot.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna try and run up behind this pillar if I'm able to move up to there.
Sure.
Pull out my hand crossbow and ready it at the door. Oh, hide. Do you want me to take a stealth check?
If you're hiding, yes, please.
Is there anywhere around here that Opie could get like half cover from range attacks? Like, is this a column? Is this a column?
Well, those are columns, but more importantly, these are actually walls behind you. So if you wanted to like pop into one of those rooms, you could go in one of those.
Oh, that's probably good.
But he wouldn't have line of sight to the door then, right? If he went in that room, like he wouldn't be able to like shoot arrows.
Yeah, but I could.
You'd have to pop out and pop back in.
Yeah,
But
that's
pop out,
fair.
pop back in.
possible.
Yeah.
That's fair.
the footsteps draw closer, Lincoln and Forte, those of you who are closer to the front. And the doors begin to slowly push open.
Are you there?
Do this. Do this. Go ahead and just get rid of these. Second.
I couldn't find the doorbell.
A
jeez. Oh,
figure
God.
has reached the bottom along with what looks like two robed figures behind them. The figure wears a top hat and seems to don an outfit almost similar to a performer's, something eccentric and not seen typically. The ones behind, they wear a dark robe, not too dissimilar from the others that you took out previously, but their faces covered in what look like some form of bandage or cloth so that you can't see. The figure looks out to each of you, the one in front, and says, My. Well, wishers, I assumed that you would have made less of a startling entrance, but I suppose I underestimated you all, figure says as they begin to sort of step out and almost surveil the area as the two follow behind it.
Hold yourselves.
And nice to meet you.
Regardless-
Oh, sorry. He says, nice to meet your acquaintance, as he extends a gloved hand. My name is
what would
Grimaccord.
Grimaccord, very nice. What would Lincoln do in this situation? First, he's gonna. I mean, he'll make an insight check on him, I guess.
Sure.
He doesn't have like a buzzer of death in his hand or something.
I'm gonna assist
Wow.
if you want to fish.
Yeah, I'll take an assist on it. I'll take the 19.
From the...
My main thing is it safe to shake his hand?
It's safe to shake his hand with a 19 from the boastfulness of his movements, from the way he's shifting around, from the way he is dressed. You specifically, Lincoln, would be able to identify this individual seems like a member of the Fae.
Oh, So that would mean I wouldn't want to shake his hand, I'm guessing.
It's up to you.
Um,
It would be safe to from your insight check, from what you can tell.
I strike no bargain with you, Grim. But I
Nor
will
do I
shake
ask for
your-
one.
But I will shake your hand out of politeness, and I will kind of saddle up my shield on my arm and shake his hand
Mm-hmm. He steps over and says, you have done a lot, I see.
Forte, attack of opportunity.
That's why Fortes look over at Lankin.
Lankin,
and he'll...
Lankin doesn't say anything because Lankin is unsure of how to react to his teammates' actions right now. So Lankin doesn't say anything one way or the other.
He's just gonna follow directly behind him.
Oh, okay. Lankin will stay here. He's fine with that. Lankin turns his attention back to these guys and makes sure they're not doing anything shifty.
They're just like standing at attention as they too seem to be shifting their heads to look around the area here. You can still hear smatterings in the background of like falling stonework and bone from around the walls as the entire facility is cracked and nearly broken. Grimmacord looks around, kneeling down to rub a gloved finger on the ground and moving it around between two fingers and then looking up into the hole in the ceiling that continues on through another hole above that. Oh, well, wishers, you have destroyed months of work. Congratulations. I have to assume it was the Cyrodiils that sent you on this quest. I can't imagine you deployed on your own merit to do such a thing.
Were we told to come here? Right? Yeah.
We did learn of it at the Helper's Hand Guilds in this zone.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I see. An unfortunate situation. Well,
We are in charge to bring light into this world. Your bringing darkness in is contrary to that.
But one would have to say the two are not opposed to one another. They are synergistic. In fact, they need each other.
Aye, and unbalance. But it is our task to restore that balance which has been thrown to the dark.
That would be an interesting perspective from, I now see, a relatively naive group. Well,
Yeah, speak for yourself, chump.
speaking for myself, we, the Blightners, were working on a, let's say, balancing measure for the passage. And although our methods were crude and at times forceful, I believed it necessary to amend some of what the other members of my kind have done here. And yet, all of that work seems to have been destroyed by you all. I have to assume now that you realize the impact trying to mix radiant with necrotic, light with the dark. They do not mix well.
To say the least.
Yes. Well, I suppose we'll have to start from scratch. Part of the catalyst for creating this particular well through my Fey abilities was taking the shadows of individuals, coalescing them into it to draw energy. And to restart all of this, I unfortunately am going to need some powerful shadow. I mean no ill will towards you all, but what can I say? You did this to yourselves, he says as he brushes off his hat.
Oh, you seem like a man of business, and I don't think any of us were properly informed of the situation. I got a big-ass shadow to help fill up your fat, boiling well of whatever the hell it is.
Necrotic dark energy to help balance out the passage, yes.
Yeah, sure. You want one? I got one for you.
Okay.
Name mine.
Okay.
If
About
it's not yours, then what manner are you speaking of?
Yeah, we got this big, fat, like 8-headed monster that has been ripping into a nearby town, and you ain't gonna be harvesting much from anywhere if it stays there much longer. Slowly killing off everybody one by one, feeding its multiple-headed mouth. The Hydra, some sorts, nasty creature. I'm sure you could get quite a bit out of that thing. That might be enough to even kickstart your little jacuzzi all over again.
Huh.
And this is, you said where?
Me as a human being is forgetting the name of the town.
Started with an E.
Basidium.
That's right.
Obsidian. It is a terrible beast. Looking upon it will drain all memory of the creature from your mind.
Yeah, it already nixed one of our fellow compatriots over here, one of our friends, so to speak. We don't even remember who the hell they were outside of a journal. Hell, the thing might have just killed the rest of the town. Big old pit, thousands of bones in it, you know. It's just
That
eating 'em.
old chestnut.
Macabre as shit.
And we do love the
Oh,
macabre here, if you've seen the decorations.
I think I said look upon it. I would have said hear its song. I would have said the right thing. Surely such a creature of unmitigated evil could serve to undo the hasty damage that my group has caused here today. No more innocents need die, and Epicedium could live onward.
Well, Lincoln, I must admit there are no innocents here.
Yeah.
However, you offer an interesting idea. How about this? It's difficult to let you all off the hook, seeing as you are all compulsively active in destroying what I have worked very hard to create. And in fact, to say that I am not at least the smallest amount of irritated would be lying. What say you we strike a deal?
Lincoln just reflexively looks to Forte and says, careful.
Aye.
What is your deal, Shadow Man?
What do you propose?
The deal is thusly. I will give you 10 days. 10 days to slay this creature. If you do, and take this on, I have a particular item in my possession that can consume the shadow of those felled in any manner. You could consume this powerful creature's shadow and bring it back here in a 10 days' time. If you do not, or if you somehow renege on the deal, you can expect to see me again, and under a less chatty situation.
More knifey.
Something like that.
Could I take an investigation check while we're standing here? Like, just checking this dude out to see, like, what I can glean from him. Like, combat-wise, do I think he's some sort of magic user?
Sure.
Profile, you know.
Analyzing enemy shields.
Yeah, that's a 7.
From what you see, Uncle Jimmy, you don't see any weapons. He almost looks like a stage performer. I don't know if Uncle Jimmy has seen Faye before, but from his charismatic, boastful voice and the sort of theatrical nature of his step, it doesn't look like he's a fighter in any way.
So, to get this straight before we shake any hands or make any accords or whatever, you 10 days to slay it, not 10 days to kill it and come back with your magic device, because that might be stretching it just even to get to the thing and back. You got any way we could, contact you just in case? We're just trying to be realistic here because we might, nix the thing, come back a day late, and walk in, you ready to kill us.
I think the terms have been set properly. 10 days' time, you return here with the shadow collected, creature you speak of. We'll take it from your hands, and no bad blood between us.
What say the rest of us? Those of us that destroyed the well.
It's out of character. Am I having a stroke? Did they not tell us to get rid of stuff in here, or was that just...
Who? The Serenitals did, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Serenitals definitely did. We're currently... Uncle Jimmy and I are conspiring with a potential enemy, so...
Yeah.
Okay. Do with that what you guys will.
Confused by a lot of what's happening. It might be the Benadryl, but I gotta say.
Well, Lincoln wasn't on board with destroying the Shadow Well in the first place, so this is why he is currently talking to Grim here.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
You say this, Lincoln, and Grimocord turns and looks at you and just studies you for a moment, and says, I think there will be much more in store for all of you, that provided you make sure to take care of this in adequate time, I see no reason to make your futures any more sufferable than they already may become.
Now, you would know that if you guys said no, Lincoln's not going to immediately turn on you or anything like that. But you would know from previous history, it would probably help you fight these guys. But he is currently unsure about what to do about this situation, and a lot of what this guy is saying makes sense to Lincoln. It seems to you all.
I would say I'm in the same boat, for lack of better words, I guess.
We could.
He's just a good salesman, guys. Don't listen.
Table-wise, weren't we not able to even hold a candle to that thing?
Yeah, we didn't even touch that.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to, we might be able to ask him to help somehow.
That was my next.
I was going to ask, but I don't have the charisma for it. I was going to say even get some potions, do something, because this thing is clearly more than what he had before.
So,
Well, then,
destroying this creature will be difficult. Would you be able to somehow support us in some way?
we've failed at it thrice already.
I can make a persuasion if you want, Jason, or...
Good at disadvantage.
Oh, I'm exhausted anyway, so it's...
Okay.
That was either way.
What were you doing?
Oh, 21.
Wow.
Persuasion.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually have a +5, even though I don't ever talk to people.
You just blow smoke in their face.
When Tyne's exhausted,
right?
he talks fast.
Hotbox them.
Well,
the problem, you won't get your shadow if we can't stop it, and then you are left with nothing. Not us, not the shadow.
It is true. Even if we fail our deal, we will not give our shadows willingly. You will still have to try to pry them from us.
Oh, yes, I will get my shadows out. I'm just simply trying to wash my hands of some of the busy work.
And as much as I don't necessarily down for the shadows, but ridding the world of that creature is worthwhile.
Greater good.
Then we see somewhat eye to eye, of course. It's a shame that you didn't walk through the front door so we could have had this conversation. Now, in terms of equipment or supplies, I'm afraid you've destroyed all of it. Though I may be able to lend a few of my forces that I could station within this epicedium that you could contact when the time comes within this 10-day period, they could serve to help you take this creature down.
Any help, honestly, would be appreciated.
The mightiest weapon they can wield is candle wax. Before they enter the city limits, make sure their ears are fully stopped with wax.
Yeah,
like from a bee's hive.
If anyone's opposed, say so now, but could we take like a 5 minutes to explain what the hell it is to him a little bit better, just, without wasting table time? Just to explain it first so he understands it, just say we did, so he understands what the hell we're actually getting into.
We did that. No.
He seems to think for a second. And you say it is consuming those within the town.
Indeed.
Lincoln, make a persuasion check.
Okay. In. Oh well. Not great.
I will extend your date by 4 days to 14 total. I do not do this out of the kindness of my heart, but rather, if the creature is able to consume more, then its dark strength will be all that much more powerful when you come to collect its shadow. Either way, that works for us.
And you will send aid, as you said previously.
Yes. Once you find yourselves within the city walls, go to whatever the largest tavern in town is. I will send some of my people there under some form of guise. Ask the tavern keeper for a few men of the dark. That should be enough. You'll get your assistance.
Good. I find these terms acceptable, but what of the rest of you?
I commit to kill the creature.
Yeah, I got my own personal interest in taking that big hunk of crap down, so I'm in.
I don't think Opie would say anything right now, but yeah, I'm good with this. We were gonna go back and fight the Hydra anyway.
At some point.
Yeah.
It is true that the enemy
At least
is
Tyne
my
wanted
enemy. Well, it is true, Opie, that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I do not think that is the situation we find ourselves in. I think we have an enemy exploiting us against our own enemy.
Well, this way, Professor Bark, we can at least get out of here and change our minds later if we want.
Yes, the first course is always survival. I guess on that grounds I must accept.
Oh then, very good. When the time comes and you go to collect, he says as he reaches in his vest, kind of holding up a hand at each of you, make sure you know he's not trying to pull out a weapon. He pulls out what looks like some type of alchemy flask, though this one covered in a almost iridescent rainbowish color that sort of glints in the light from the area above where the wall has been, or the roof has been smashed open, and hands it to you, Forte. At the moment that the creature is failed, uncork
as
this
he hands
bottle.
it to Forte, Bark intercepts.
Ooh.
Okay. Once you fail the creature, immediately uncork the top. Do not point it at yourselves, only at the creature, it will consume its shadow. Afterwards, cork it tight and hold it with you safe to return in 14 days' time, starting now.
Right now.
Yes.
By
struck.
taking my flask, you have accepted the term.
Okay.
Well,
Guess we'll
Then-
head out.
it begins.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Were you gonna say something else, Time? No. Okay. Dubious deeds done for almost nothing. I don't feel good about it.
Could I take one last check of this guy to see if he has any representation of any factions or religious deities on him at all?
You would see without needing to make a check that he has a pin on the front of his flamboyant coat that seems to match the Blightner's emblem the others themselves.
Gotcha.
He turns and says, "Oh, and also, I would like to know, how did you get in?"
And that information in that part of another deal?
It is not. That is something you would like to know.
Yes, it is.
But our time is running short. We've only 14 days. We must adjourn.
Very well. You would understand if I was to walk you back out. Richard.
Please.
Or
You don't actually have the way out the front.
That front door. Yeah.
What was that?
I mean, we can see the front door, right? We just head that. We're not gonna head the way we came.
Yeah, no.
At least I don't think we are.
You see from where he entered a set of stairs that leads up to another room.
let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start walking that way. Yeah, honestly. Alright, time to leave.
The two men step to the side to block the way. Grimaccord turns and says, "Oh, no. You enter a person's house from the way initially came through."
And what if we can't?
Well, let's hope that's a possibility.
The explosion disrupted quite a bit, as you said. A lot of things were destroyed. The front door would be the best exit, I believe.
No, I don't think so. Not in this situation.
Well, we're at an impasse. We can't complete your duty.
Well, then I suppose we'll just have to play some cards until that 14 days time ticks down, won't we? Be mindful. I'm very good at cards.
Can I just like stare at this guy and just in Sylvan say, "You move"?
Sure.
I want to try to intimidate this guy out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'll add a +1 to that for 16.
Mm-hmm. He stares at you. You can see the small slit in between his bandages that belies his actual face. You see a dark complexion and two dark silvery pupils staring back at you. Stern, but standing their ground. They do not move.
Fine. I mean, again, if you guys want to attack this guy, that's on you. But otherwise, Lincoln starts turning and walking back towards the back side of the room where we came in.
It's how do we know it's not like filled in and like crumbled from the explosion and whatnot? It was like wet mud.
Yeah, we don't, I guess, until we get there.
I don't want to give this asshole anything. I'm not going back there.
I mean, he's gonna find it eventually. He could just like look in the room and there's like a big hole. I say we just go out.
Are we
It's my
able
boat.
to though? Like you could check, but
Well, we can go look.
okay.
Yeah. What was it this way? Bark starts walking off into the doorway that we haven't seen.
You're like that John Travolta gif where he's like lost and he's like looking around.
Yeah, Grimocord is keeping his attention turned to Opie.
To me?
Mm-hmm, he's watching you.
Oh. Opie's a little innocent.
A bargain. Opie, wait. Tell us more about how this well was to balance between light and dark, other than the obvious. There must be more to it than that.
But we are sorry.
I was just gonna say, the land here was darkened when we got here. Tell us more of your plan, and we will show you the gaps in your defenses. Do we have a deal?
If we are so ill-informed, maybe we could trade the information we need from each other.
You're each going through the passage, cracking open wells that only serve to provide a radiant light to the region. There are no constructed wells to the negative energy plane, the plane of death. One would think if you were trying to reach some form of equilibrium, it would be best served to have one.
Only one.
Well, I would see that there were more, but one would be a good start, although at this point, we're going to have to start from scratch.
I'm satisfied with that answer. Lincoln, unless anybody will stop him, is going to tell him where it is.
I would ask one more question before that, but otherwise...
Okay, go for it.
So what is it that you keep on saying is unbalanced? They've been telling us that it has been too dark. You're telling me that it's too light. It can't be both. One must succeed the other.
This is correct, but as you know, too much of a good thing can be bad for a person. Too much candy, too many drugs, too much sunlight. It's the same for 4 pure radiant wells stretched across the region. If
an unsatisfactory answer.
If there is only light, then how could one think to tip to make sure there is an equal equilibrium of darkness?
Because there is a surplus of darkness.
Is there?
That is what I am asking you.
A surplus of darkness through how many hours of the day?
As my understanding is that it is a degenerative system, it is always growing darker.
Perhaps. But based on what calculations? Is
That's
that
what I'm asking you.
a natural process, or is it something else?
So are you saying that us forcing more light is going to make the dark stronger and try to force it more during the evenings? Because anytime we've taken 5 minutes to sit down at night, nothing good happens.
It's actually an assault.
This may be the case, and yet at the same time, if there was only light, it would be a same situation.
It was not our desire to make only light. This is, again, where I am confused. Where do you see the surplus of light?
I see it all throughout the region. Every time you crack those wells, even if for a few seconds, you irradiate the area. And one of these days, perhaps, you will fail. And should that happen, this passage lies in grave danger without a device such as the one we were building to enact a powerful way to circumvent this.
Just lost.
Say, for example, you crack open one of these wells and fall during the time you are leaking out the light. What then?
I suppose that an endless flood of light will enter. Is that what you suggest? That these fonts are endless?
Oh, for eternity they will run. These are not simply wells. These are manifestations, tears in reality. When you look within these wells, you're not simply looking in a span of a hole in the ground. You are looking at an actual, completely different plane. One of light. The plane of life.
I think we surmise something of that effect.
And what I am suggesting is, one of these days, should you be on your journey, whether it be your team or another, and you fail in this process, and no one is there to stop that well from continuing to leak out this energy, I can only imagine the outcome.
I suppose I see your point, but I don't understand why you would bring this experiment to an end. Well, I'm finding it hard to put into words what I'm thinking. Why you would carry out why you would get so close to starting your plan? If it is already imbalanced and dark, and you have made strides to make it darker, as I understand.
Yeah.
Regardless of our abilities or lack thereof to continue on.
Just out of curiosity, like, who's this all for? Is it for yourself? You doing it for someone else? Just you and all your friends? Who you working with? Who you working for? Do you worship some powerful cosmic being? Like, what's going on here? I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just trying to grasp on why.
We Fae have a sordid history here in the passage, and across the Celestial Cradle as a whole. My affairs here are personal, and I intend to be wary of what happens. Consider, if you will, you work in a factory that makes candles. You are efficient, and there are many candles with many wicks. Would then you not at least have some pail of water that also lies around to put out a fire should it erupt?
Now you're talking my language.
Are you saying your well is a just in case? It wouldn't be abused, left open?
Your well is not a pail of water in this scenario. It is a different flavored candle. It is also destructive, just of a different nature.
Water, enough of it could drown. You are correct. But one pail would not. And if there is no pail in the facility, the candle makers, then there's no way to put the fire out.
Okay. One pail. But you already mentioned possibly wanting more. How much is enough?
I expect one to oppose each of the light.
I think that would be in the best nature course of things. In fact, I personally think this matter better handled by the Fae than these Serenitals.
Yes. Well, I think we've hit the impasse of this conversation.
There is a weakness in your western wall marked by 3 skulls.
It was quite easy to pass through. Your guards are pretty shitty. Goodbye.
Now, may we just use your front door?
No.
It's fine. Come back, crawl through the muck with me, Tynar.
gonna have to put out my pipe.
Leave it burning here. The man needs an extra wick.
As we're
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
That's good though.
It sounded menacing.
Because he was talking about candles and shit. It was good.
as we start to walk away, I'm gonna look to him and could I make a sleight of hand check to make kind of, or a stealth check? I don't know, either one, whichever you see fit, to grab the symbol around my neck and kind of rub it once and nod to him.
Would this be a check to like let him know you're doing this? What would the check be for?
So the rest of the party doesn't see it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'd say you could do that pretty easily. Yeah, you're fine.
And just kind of nod to him in recognition.
He simply stares your way with his hands behind his back, standing straight, before finally grabbing at his top hat and kind of running across as he stared back. The hole needs some of the refuse in front of it removed. There's some skulls and bonework, but as you just use your own bony arms, Lincoln, to kind of wrench the area free, it certainly has collapsed down some. It looks like the entire structure shifted a bit down. Not too dissimilar from how you initially described it, Lincoln. You'll have to get on your hands and knees and quite literally crawl through the muddy entrance, but it will lead back outside, and each of you looks like you'll each fit.
I crawl through first.
So we'll say each of you go ahead and crawl through if there's nothing else, and I'll grab you too. Gotcha.
All right.
Did you sleight of hand that, Jimmy, or?
Yeah, he did.
Because if you're trying to hide from Bark at this particular moment, that's not going to be as easy as you think.
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was your roll.
Yeah, no.
You would see that, Professor Bark, out of the corner of your eye, or whatever that counts.
Very well then.
Each of you.
Bark will make sure that that Jimmy is not the last one out.
Okay.
Forte's still like on high alert, like bringing up the rear. So if you want to shoo him along, that's fine. But he didn't like this guy at all for whatever reason.
For whatever reason, pretty good reasons, I'd say.
Pick, you got like 9 of them, but it didn't seem like he was too friendly.
Lincoln doesn't say anything else until we get back to the cart.
Same.
Yep.
Each of you crawl back out, covered in sticky mud, your soggy clothing kind of sticking to you as you pull yourselves up and out. But you are able to slowly transition over back to the area where you initially hid your cart, finding it again with the Phytoma draft animal still sort of throwing its tongue out at nearby flies and insects.
Well, there was one hole in his story. I didn't see any way to cover that well of his once it was completed. The Radiant Wells have a method to which they can be closed. The skull was as a great cauldron with no lid.
No, nothing to keep it in check. Yes.
We're not gonna actually help this guy, are we?
I would rather we not. I'm not against, as I told him, taking out the Hydra.
I think
But outside of that,
I think what he told us was an honorable mission. But what he told us was also most likely a lie. I see no reason we couldn't continue his work more honorably in his stead. Balance is not something to be mistrusted, but those that would misuse balance or lie about it Well, I think that is only a matter of time until we face this Shadow Man in open combat.
I think we got it.
Did we all surmise that the guy was Faye, or did only Lincoln?
It was
He said
Lincoln.
He was Faye, didn't he?
Yeah, it was Lincoln.
Oh, in that case,
Sorry.
You would tell us that?
yeah, I would say that he was Faye then. Most likely unsay court like Lincoln. Lincoln thinks that we could take his idea and make it better because he doesn't seem like he's up to any good.
Yes, if balance is the option, is the goal, perhaps the Cerritos should know.
Yeah,
What
maybe
was our
we should
mission
just...
exactly to find a Karen Court? What was this called?
Karen Court? Karen
I don't
Court?
know. I think we were just supposed to go in and kill everybody.
That's what it
I
sounded
think-
like to me.
I think she told us that there were Blightners here and they were like up to something not good, and that we needed to go check it out. I think that's pretty much all she told us.
Do we need to let the Serenitals know right away?
Did we fail our mission?
I
Why?
think that's a waste of time for us.
I think we should go talk to them. Don't we need to go back to the Helping Hand anyways and stock up on supplies?
I believe that to be most wise, especially if we are to take on this exceedingly difficult foe at Epicedium.
That is
Well,
a
ma-
good point.
Maybe we can find a Thorenital there and talk to her.
Yeah, but how long does it take us? How long is it going to take us, even if we just poof back to the Helper's Hand? How fast, how many days is it going to be to get to
Only
Epicedium?
like so it's only like 2 days, right?
Yeah.
2-3 days.
2.5 days.
Yeah, so like only like 2 days, and then we can poof back to the Helper's Hand, and then back to Karnak is only 2 days, so we're good.
Now, this would all be information you all know. You could poof back to the Helper's Hand, or you could push ahead to discover the next Helper's Hand in the next region.
Oh,
It's up to you.
where it is.
Ooh.
But do we have time to do that?
Let's
So,
technically-
I mean, it's close though.
Well, not if we poof back.
I think
Oh,
the
true,
deciding,
yeah.
I think the deciding factor is who gave us the quest to check out Karnak. Was it an individual
This-
or was it a group?
It was Serenade of the Helper's Hand Guild, but the information that you could relay doesn't. You all surmise it doesn't necessarily have to strictly be her. You could say, "Hey, you guys gave us this mission. You know, it was Serenade specifically, but you guys gave us this mission. Here's what we learned from it all. Share that with her. You don't necessarily have to strictly go back to her.
It's not like we're reporting to Serenade because this is her department. She's just somebody that's working on this.
Right. She for all you guys would imagine, probably got this information from the collective the Helper's Hand herself. So you would just simply be able to go back to any Helper's Hand and say, here's what happened, here's what we learned.
Well, that does put us, I imagine, a little further from Epicedium.
Let's do some logistics. How many miles can we make in a day? Like how
We
many
can do
square?
5 hexes.
5
Okay.
hexes, and then you have to technically rest without pushing things for the rest of the day. So 5 hexes a day.
All right, so 2 days counting an overnight in the new Helper's Hand, and then 2 days down to Epicedium.
And then we can poof back at that
Poof
point.
back to this Helper's Hand in then 2 days.
Well,
And then 2 more days, yeah.
So that's only 6 days of travel, so we can do it.
Yeah, maybe we should push forward. Lincoln would suggest we push forward for the reasons that we've all said out of character, is that there's another quest in the next Helper's Hand that might help us shed some information.
There might be some different supplies there too.
Yeah.
And more knowledge gained from more people.
So
Indeed.
I agree.
just
Well,
just so I understand real quick, this guy wanted us to come physically back to Karnak with the jar filled with the shadow,
Yes.
or he's just gonna
Yes.
find us in 14 days.
No, we have to
Well-
get back before 14 days. If we get to the end of 14 days, he's going to show up and attack us.
then he's gonna show up. But
I mean, personally, I would love it in my own personal interest. I'd love to kill the Hydra, but for this guy, I'd love to kill the Hydra and just bring back, instead of the bottle, a stick of dynamite in a box and blow him up instead of giving him anything. I mean, I'm being honest. If we
could even put like a different soul or whatever in the bottle, like a weak one.
Yes.
And so he pops it open and he's like expecting like this cool soul, and it's just like a little like.
I would love to reverse engineer a trap with Mr. Forte to blow this asshole up with a good, at least first burst round initiative to just, I mean.
It is a rigged up jar with the dynamite and the inside wind of a stench cow, and when he opens it.
Don't like this plan. As far as we know, he is the only one that can make another shadow well. If we kill him before that happens, we will never achieve balance.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the balance thing. I think this guy's, pardon my language, a real asshole, and he's the.
And you should have struck him down when we were there.
Yes, and maybe not made so many secret hand signs. I did notice that. And since we're airing our grievances, what was that about exactly?
He's one of those them Fae types. He wants happiness and balance and all that, but he's trying to force shadows on one another and all that. We take down that Hydra critter. He's the biggest mark in this area.
What?
Easy.
And that's why you gave him hand signs?
You're a professor, right? You do know what this is? I hold up my holy symbol to you.
No.
You ever heard of Malar? Your name doesn't ring a bell?
I have, but maybe for Tainar's sake you should explain it.
Yeah, the reason I work with
the other direction.
the reason I work with my union representative with the Association of Deaths isn't for monetary benefits. It's a little bit of personal info, you know.
I do not. That's why I'm asking.
I like to hunt things, you know. I see that guy as a big mark. Makes the world go around. There's always a bigger fish, and I see him as the next biggest fish. Ain't no balance in this place. He said he wants balance across here. I haven't seen any balance. I've seen sunlight that roast meat, and at night I can't go out and take a whiz without getting attacked by a whole bunch of shit. So, no, this place is nothing but a hunting ground for me. And that guy, you know, assuming him and his friends are as tough as they say they are, this Hydra might be nothing compared to him. So he wants balance, he ain't getting it.
Very well.
I got no love for that guy.
Jimmy, I find your answer unsatisfactory.
I do as well, but I don't.
We should continue.
I don't.
We can travel and talk.
Feel free to insight check me if you want.
Well, there you go.
I choose to, story-wise, not trust you rather than roll.
I don't know. Confused.
Some conflicting opinions on how to handle this all. I like it.
Go ahead, Amanda.
I was just gonna say, I think we were at our last day of travel when we got here, because that's why I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted. Yep.
So we probably need to like sleep here, right?
Cool. Just what I wanted.
Everybody go prone and don't think about anything. Just be almost just a sack of meat for about 8 hours. It'll be fine.
We usually have to spend a couple more hours before the sun rises, right? Every time we wake up.
Yes. Yeah. Typically.
Can we do like a rotating watch to make it so that it takes longer for us to get to sleep, the 8 hours of sleep, but we have more people watching, you know?
Yeah, that's fair, sure.
Yeah.
Yes, we should buddy system. Me and Tynar will start.
You sure you don't want me to join you?
I think I would like you and Lincoln to shift together.
Okay. I mean, I can. It doesn't matter when I go. I switch off. I don't. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
That means me and you are on watch together, Forte.
That's completely true. I always need a strong warrior to help out on the watch.
Well, let's draw straws to see who goes first. Well, me and Tynar are going to bed.
You can tell me what it means when they call each other daddy.
Maybe we should take the first one.
I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to discuss all sorts of things, but we'll have to be very focused on the surroundings. We are in not friendly territory, if I would say. And not be time for talking, and maybe time for staring into the abyss.
All right, Jimmy and Lincoln take first watch.
All right. Each of you take your watches. I'll, we can assume you're all taking your watch over the sort of more extended period, because basically you have to move 5 hexes at a normal pace, and then you have to rest the entire rest of the 24-hour day before you can keep moving without pushing exhaustion. So you all traveled 6 hexes. That's why some of you are a little more under the weather than others. So that is going to be 6 hexes, 2 hours apiece. So 12 hours remaining for the rest of this day. So basically we can say after you've moved 5 hexes, when you go to rest, that's the end of a day in terms of the 14 days you have before Grimaccord is gonna maybe be a little less happy about you guys not finalizing the deal here. So this is going to put you from 7 light time over to 7 blight time. So you're going to pass through 3 harmonic flux things, man. It's going to drop it by 3. And as you all begin to wake and stir, you find yourselves in blight time. It's dark out. But you're all rested, and each of you go ahead and make me a very easy Constitution check.
What? Somebody in chat look up this rules. We never do this.
You've literally never done it.
Yeah, back us up here, chat.
Can't remember this rule at all.
Maybe if we all collectively gaslight Jason hard enough.
The false Hydra ate the rest rule. I don't know what happened.
How easy was that check, Magnificent?
Yeah, how easy
I think it's a 5.
Okay,
I'm assuming everyone has decided to be smart and at least sleep in some form of tent. That way the DC is 5. So everyone passes. Those of you who had 1 point of exhaustion, it is gone.
Dang, you can't even fail because you have a +4 to con.
Oh, I'm gonna make my D4 roll though and see if I can be. Oh, I'm not forlorn anymore.
How's that work for
elated?
If you roll a 1, you lose.
Yeah.
So I have to roll it until I roll a 1?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Until the end of the session.
Oh, until the end of the session.
Excellent.
Because I was still forlorn from last session.
I've decided to nix that until the end of the session, because no one's gonna ever remember this.
So good. Yeah. I'd be 2 and 3 all night. 4 weeks.
Amazing.
Okay, so yeah, you all wake up. It is dark, but you feel refreshed and ready to push on if you'd like to.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's push on east.
Yeah.
Okay. You press ahead, east. Ping me!
Pingus.
All right. 2 hours pass to 9 blight time. Nothing happens here. Ping me!
Blam.
Pingling.
Right, you press on here. That puts you at 11 blight time. 1 more off of the harmonic flux. Ping me! This is number 3.
Switch things up.
Yep.
Alright, going here.
Not to be the overly cautious type, but we should explore through what we know first. and that I think we should get there before we cross into the map.
Okay, let's do that.
These next 2 hours puts you over into light time as the darkness recedes, and you can all begin to see the coalescing of the various Gleedlekin up in the sky as light time begins, and you can continue.
Bart shouts over his shoulder in a half-mocking fashion. Oh no, the light is overtaking us all!
Yeah, you better watch out.
Lincoln kind of gets humor now, and he's like, "Ah," and like does a big fake thing, like he's getting burned by the light. He said,
That puts you at 3 light time. That's another off the harmonic emitter, or the harmonic flux rather.
Like that, like
And then 1 more space.
Grown more fun as we've gotten longer.
he's hanging out with you lighteners. You said you wanted to do this one before we crossed over? All right, let's go here.
Okay, that puts you at 5 light time. Now, here would be where you normally need to rest, although you could always push things if you'd like to.
Do we have any idea of the terrain in front of us, or is this like a...
You are looking at your map currently, so the magic of the map has not filled in this area, although it was confirmed to you by asking around at the previous Helper's Hand Guild that the next area is a mountain pass.
Mountainous.
We make some kind of a check to see if like there seems to be a path towards the Helper's Hand. I'm afraid of running into a cliff is what I'm like kind of trying to avoid. Like, do I see a giant mountain that's over here? Then obviously we can't walk through the mountain.
At this point, you can see up ahead. It is rocky terrain. Although, just speaking out of God, me, it's not like you're gonna get. It's not like you're necessarily gonna get stuck here. There's no path. There's no path here. There's no path in the swamp. You are hard trudging it. This is the exclusion site of Stalker. You guys are, people only come here because life is rough and they want some good shit. So, but with that said, unless a specific event happens, it's not like your wagon's gonna be moving and you're like, oh, you're stuck here, you gotta go back.
Okay, so there's not like default unpassable hexes.
Correct.
Okay.
Let's push it.
A rare push it.
Yeah, push it.
We've been pretty liberal with the pushes. Every now and then we'll give it a good push. Give it a good poke.
Okay, that's gonna put you, hoping to spare some light time, you push it to 7 light time. That's another tick off the harmonic flux, moving, I'm assuming, just 1 over, right?
Yeah. Reveal us the map.
Oh, it's not revealed yet. You have to get to the next Helper's Hand Guild.
Yeah, we gotta get to the guild.
It's Opie's other favorite terrain, mountains with swamp inside of them. It's perfect.
Finally, the gross, wet, muddy, and warm temperature of the swamplands behind you begins to give way for a open, slightly colder now. A chill rises in the air as you begin to slowly work your way up a large mountain pass. Here is my question to you all. You bought some upgrades to your wagon last session, I think, right?
We did.
Mm-hmm.
What were those upgrades?
Yes, we have our mountain wheels on.
That was going to be the thing I wanted. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the spike treads.
So you
That's
can
what we
see
have
now, yeah, you see below you, the terrain here would be difficult to cross, right? It's uneven. There's lots of small rocky formations that stick around. Even you all walking next to the wagon have to kind of watch where you step because it's uneven. Luckily, the cart, because of the spike treads, is easily able to sort of catch itself from being caught or wedged in between some of the rocks because of the way that it's set up, and is able to get hold and stick into this area and continue that climb as it grips along the ground and keeps moving because of your spike treads. You're pushing it, so every 2 hours beyond where you should have stopped is going to increase the DC. So here, I need everyone to give me a DC 12 Constitution check, please.
You said a check, not a saving throw?
I mean, it's a save, technically.
Okay.
Corte, you're fine. Opie, you're fine.
Lincoln CP.
That looks like a single.
14.
God damn it.
Opie, will you give me that Forlorn roll?
Why?
Because
Are
you.
you-
Oh wait,
I'm
that's
not
'cause you
forlorn
are.
anymore.
Oh no, he's not. She's not anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, I
because you rolled the
I
thing?
rolled a
Oh, okay.
4.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
I was
Jason.
like, it was like, am I forlorn again?
No. Lankin, you are exhausted.
Lincoln
Mr. Bark,
Sweepy.
you're exhausted. Everyone else is
I am
fine.
Snoring all night.
You feel like within 12 more miles or 2 hexes travel, you can make it.
But that's 2 more con checks, right?
Yeah,
They
it would
get
be.
harder. They get
Maybe no. I don't think we should push it anymore. That's 2 more con checks. We're gonna get multiple fails out of that.
We can use the time to make sure the cart's good and everything else is good.
And Jason
Level
can
2
reveal
suck.
the map.
We have to
No.
get to the circle to
Get
get
to
the
the
map.
top.
No, Jason, reveal the map now.
No.
It's like Fog of War in RTS. You gotta.
Nah, we gotta rest, I think.
It's like what is it? Assassin's Creed. We have to make it to the tower before the map unlocks.
It literally is like that. That's how I set this.
You said, God, you said Assassin's Creed, but I heard Activision.
Yeah, really any Activision game. That's
Every
right.
Activision game,
Yeah.
literally ever.
Yeah.
I mean Zelda too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That modern video game design is so fresh and interesting.
Hey, remember in the early 2010s when like the QTEs were all the rage? That was a fun time, right?
That was a fun time.
And those original God of War games.
So anyway, we go to sleep.
Yeah, okay. You all sleep. You again pushed it, moving 6 hexes, meaning there's only 12 hours left that you need to get through. So you end up at 12 blight time, waking up. It is dark outside, but taking shifts and making sure to collect the supplies here is each of you taking watch. Some of you beginning to go grab some nearby tinder wood and things like that to keep a flame lit, just to make sure that each of you are within the light during the void of darkness that is the blight time. You notice that the resources here seem much less abundant than they were in previous regions. You are barely able to scrape by enough wood to keep a flame going in the evening.
Oh, good thing we stuck with the Phytohydra then.
Yeah.
Because he shits wood.
Pretty much. Doing mending on the cart, Jason, for the time we're awake.
Okay, you see it could look better. Yeah, it's actually got some damage to it. Go ahead and give me a D4 roll, I think it is.
Yeah, I'll
Is it
do
1 or
it.
2d4?
I'll help you, so it's 2d4s.
There you go.
Okay. Eight.
That's
All right.
And
Pretty
the words
good.
there at Thine.
That's good shit, my dude.
You mend
Take
some
it.
of the broken wood, fixing some of the things, and the cart looks like it's in better shape than it was previously.
I wish to study this potion that Damien Hirst, what was his name?
Grim Accord.
Accord.
Grimshot.
Damien. Holy shit, dude.
that,
Chris Angel.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to just start looking at this thing. I don't understand it.
You look at it.
I'm a
It-
potion master too.
Hey, Bark! It looks like a flask that you use in an alchemy set. Although this one has no transparency to it, as the outer layer of what you assume to be glass has an opaque, pearl-esque sort of iridescent color to it that seems to shimmer whenever light hits it. Cork looks simple enough. Looks like a standard cork. What it looks like.
Ah, interesting. No markings of any sort on it.
No symbols, no markings.
Curious. Perhaps the Jesus. Every noun has left my brain today. Perhaps the serenitals even.
Perhaps. All right. Hey, everyone, give me a Constitution save, please, as you sleep in the night.
Whoa. What's all this?
So listen.
First time fucking hearing of it.
Chat.
You need to tell us when these things are.
Oh,
happening
Opie,
to us.
no.
Is exhaustion disadvantage on saves or just skill?
Just skill
Skills.
checks. For
Skill
now.
checks.
Yeah.
Opie, you're tired.
CP, OP, CP.
Everyone else, you're good, and those who had a point of exhaustion because you got as good a sleep as you can out here in the rugged, mountainous area, you wake up with no exhaustion. One level removed.
All right, so this is going to end up taking us still 2 days. Yeah, still 2 days. Okay, we're still good, I think.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we're good.
We bought some time. We went from 10 to 14,
Yeah.
so I still think we
You
got
have
wiggle room.
14 days, yeah, so.
Yeah.
All right, what
Let's,
next?
let's go up the mountain.
Do we push even though they have exhaustion?
No, you guys rested. You're fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good.
This is a new day.
Wait, I failed the save. What happened to me?
You have exhaustion.
Nothing. Oh.
That's what I thought. I thought somebody did.
Mm-hmm. You move to the space, 2 hours pass. I've been, I pre-roll to get things ready for you all, and you had a wonderful spattering of nothing of notes, so you're fine to continue pressing on.
Oh.
Show me that hoop.
You press on one more space. That puts you at 11 light time. Just as the sun is coming up, we can push it to 12 if you'd like to.
I need to spend a night here. I'm meeting someone. We should take the time to prepare here for our journey ahead.
And Opie looks a bit tired. So.
Lincoln, what sort of communications are you having to get arranged meetings at the local inns in advance? I'm
Yes.
very interested in this technology.
At night.
Oh, even better. I like those arrangements. Can you possibly tell me how you make sure your ship is taken care of when you pull into port?
I've never been on a ship before. I am unfamiliar with maritime law.
That's
Bergeron, though.
Lincoln, you didn't recognize that grim guy?
Not all Fae know each other, you know that, right?
Oh. I thought you did.
I mean, you're made of like 50 people, so maybe one of you knows them.
It's true.
It's 50 times more likely. That's just math.
My tibia is a second cousin twice removed.
I might know him too.
It is up ahead, just as you are whittling away the last hour. It's one more point after harmonic flux, bringing you right at 12 light time, we'll say. And as this happens, we will move you all here. Let me pull this up. Yay. The Gleed.
Fill up those slop buckets.
Fill the slop buckets.
Yeah, I can cast a create food and water.
The Gleedo
What's it
can
called?
begin to coalesce in the sky, and you're able to make yourselves over to a new Helper's Hand Guild in the next region.
We probably need to get some food when we think about it.
Oh, like hunt for food?
Yeah.
The 45 pounds of food that I create, not good.
Oh, if we're actually gonna eat it, then yeah.
Or is that slot buckets only kind of thing?
Can you do that once a day?
It just costs spell slots. I can do it 3 times a long rest, but I'm out of like level 3 spell slots then.
Well, we just rested, so you could do it 3 times, right?
Yeah.
You can do it 2
It's
more.
great food and water is instantaneous action.
Sweet.
We'll create it
You can
and
make
then we'll
us
just
90
add
pounds
it,
of food right now.
add it to
Pretty
the
much.
wagon. Yeah.
Doesn't say anything about it.
It's like 24 hours.
It's 24 hours that it lasts, so yeah, maybe we need to get some supply foods.
But I'm saying, like, going forward, like, as long as you have a spell slot, like, I don't even take food off of the tracker. We can just do your create food.
Yeah.
Does that work for everybody?
Yeah, it seems fine.
I mean,
Jason,
45 pounds of food a day seems like enough.
yeah, it only lasts the 1 day though, so we can't store
Yeah,
it.
but I mean, yeah, every day he just makes, as long as he has a spell slot, make like 45 pounds worth of food per day.
We might still want to like get some rations next time we're out camping, just in case.
I mean, we have food. It's just like a little low.
Jason, I remember my fight with the Jaydra, right? Like, I never got my earwax knocked out during that fight.
You,
You did, actually. You
You
don't
did.
remember what happened.
when you came
I thought you
stumbling
did,
back, you
yeah.
were at like 5 HP with no wax in your ears.
You remember the
Oh,
Hydra closing in on you as several large faces on extended necks came towards you. And then the next thing you remember was walking back towards the hole that you had created over at the far end with no memory of what happened, only to learn
Okay.
later that you had someone you had met in town that had sacrificed themselves to ensure there were distractions you could escape.
All right, I'm gonna whisper you something to avoid meta knowledge. Then.
Okay, sure. Ooh, whispers. We haven't had any of these in a while.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Switching over to the stream. Oh, we don't have your DM chat up anymore.
Oh, guys.
Secrets make no friends.
This isn't like a devious secret. This is a
No, I know.
continuity secret.
It's a mischievous secret.
That
Remember,
you-
we were
that-
protected from good and evil at that time.
That you'd remember, yeah.
Okay, cool. I will. Lincoln will say, if we are looking for supplies, I recall a terrible scream that shook me to my core, even with my earwax, blocking the sounds of the song. It was thunderous, thunder damage, and it stunned me. It stunned me. Maybe if we could find something that could prevent either of those things, it would be a good thing for us to stock up on, like some sort of potion of thunder resistance or some potion that prevents being stunned. I don't know if that exists or not, but
Right? While I rest tonight, I will think of my magic. I'll check my spells.
hey, protection from energy. It's only
Is
one
a spell
creature
that I have. Yeah,
I don't know if I have that. I would have to check.
it's one of my level 3 slots.
I would wager a druid can prepare that.
I'm gonna look. We'll see.
Why are clerics so good?
That's what I'm saying.
They're so
Amazing,
They're legitimately my favorite casters.
for sure.
Love it. dude.
Perfect
Love it.
mix. Perfect mix martial of the two, you know.
Yeah.
I tell a lot of new players, I'm like, you want to play a spellblade, either be a blood hunter or one of these guys. Preferably cleric.
He's like weaning me off paladins with this character.
Paladins are pretty good.
Paladins are also very good. I think every new character wants to be a gish of some sort. Should hobble together 2 classes and suffer the consequences.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You can't do all the things.
I want to be dexterous but strong. I want my blade to make fire, but not. What? Can I cast spells and stab things? Sure.
All right, so that's cool that we have some spells that can prepare for Hydra fight. It's good to know. And silence. Is anyone besides Forte able to do silence?
Let me see.
The narrow casting window silence.
Yeah, that might be cleric only.
I think it is. I think I remember thinking like, what the fuck?
Like a bard thing, maybe?
Maybe bard, yeah.
Do we remember if is it vision based for it to be able to attack, or was it like an ultrasonic, like hearing like a bat or something? Like
I don't know if we ever figured that out.
Oh, what are you asking? Sorry, what was the question?
How did it locate its prey? Like, is it T-Rex in Jurassic Park? Like, don't move? Because we were hiding in the house that one time and it couldn't really find us.
Yeah, you
'cause I
guys would
dropped
assume.
silence.
You guys would assume it was looking for you, just trying to literally catch you with its eyes. We're all able to hide and get a, as far as you know.
That's true.
I could also, by the way, prepare protection from energy.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Okay, if we can at least have 2 people with that, that's pretty good.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I almost went Twilight Cleric for a level, so I could darkness ambush people.
Oh my gosh.
Like cast darkness and then just start stabbing the shit out of things or shooting them.
Stab, stab.
The old drow trope, but with
Love it.
man.
Hey, if it works.
Swoopy accordion arm comes out of nowhere and just slaps somebody.
I love it.
Feel good.
I thought about Ranger too, but like that would be Gloomstalker, and I think that'd be like 3 levels in it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that.
Okay, so I guess the first thing we need to do is meet with the Serenital rep, right?
Yeah.
Right?
You all
yes,
head
'cause
inside. Go ahead.
Yes, was the short of it.
This place seems similar to the others, largely open lodge. There seems to be the front entrance is through 2 wooden double doors, but of course the open like nature of the lodge itself offers plenty of rooms for you to stay at, 5 gold apiece if you wish to stay here for the evening. And there is a large open area to the back that is walled in with wooden walls and offers some of the shops and things for you to buy, trade, do whatever you need back there. At any point when you're ready, there's also several dressed members of the Serenitals that you could ask to speak with the representative of this particular house when you're
Yeah, I'm. That would be Bark's first concern. Is
Sure.
Getting... I need to ask my colleagues about this. This is just potions I have no prior knowledge of.
The Serenitals will tell you that they will go summon Glissando then, so you can speak with him. It is not long before a figure turns and comes to greet you. They are adorned in green, similar to the other sacred Serenitals. This one has some pretty wild green hair and a little bit of a goatee and kind of covered in leaves and silvery eyes as they look to each of you and say, welcome, well-wishers. Happy to have you. I hope the trek here didn't give you too much trouble, right? It seems like you're all in one piece.
Child is sleepy.
Tyne, it seems like you and this guy will get along really well.
Yes, we've come a long way. We've come from the other passage.
Yeah, that's a nice piece, brother, he says, pointing over the pipe.
Oh, God.
I made it myself.
Very
Great
mod bros.
craftsmanship. Well, so, welcome to the illustrious lodge here, Jaws of Oblivia. I assume you come looking to gain my blessing first, correct?
Of course.
Then, allow me, if you would, as he says, pulling out from a back, strapped on his back, appears to be a instrument with a long neck and strings attached from top and bottom as he says, "If you wouldn't mind, I'll play a little riff for you all and give you my blessing."
Did this guy give us his name?
It's Glissando. It should show for you now.
Glizzy Gladiator Sando.
He begins to
Oh,
play.
I see it, yeah.
Yeah, Glissandro. Rip away, my dude.
You got it, brother.
What is he playing?
Whoa, there's percussion.
Where's it coming?
Where's the percussion coming from? We're under attack.
Forte beating on his shield.
Dude, this shit's hit.
I think I'm getting one of those contact blessings.
Blessings.
And as he does this, as you pull out the scroll of your map, new area begins.
Let's see it.
Ugh.
Oh no.
Looks depressing.
Jaggedy peaks.
The Jaws of Oblivia appear
Ooh,
on
that's
your
cool
map.
name.
Not ominous.
Hey, at least it's not that it's not that wide, at least. And yeah, another shrine. Hell yeah.
I look at him and ask him if he ever been a part of the Transylvanian Serenadal Orchestra or something. I think I saw you back home.
We all have our own musical talents within the Serenadals.
If you could call that music.
Yeah, my cousin, he carries around a violin case often. Yeah, he's into making music.
Oh yeah. Also gave you a nice little blessing to your harmonic emitter. Now, whenever you're traveling through the region, you happen to be adjacent, within 6 miles out of an undiscovered site of interest, the emitter will ping you, letting you know that you're nearby, though it's not going to be able to tell the exact location.
That is pretty cool.
I pingus pinger.
That is really cool.
Can't believe it's gonna ping us.
I'm down.
Angus?
Hopefully that helps.
Okay, then repeat it.
Excellent, man.
Excellent.
I do say, I was wondering if there was some other things you could help us with. Namely, we've met our friend, Violent Accord. Grimaccord.
Gnarly name, nice.
Totally. He was less than gnarly with us, or more than gnarly, depending on which side of the coin you flip. Anyways, and then Bark will go on a long-winded explanation of the balance and all that stuff that Grimaccord was dealt with.
Using all the words that Kyle doesn't know.
Well, hey, look, man, I gotta tell you, balance is a real groovy thing. But, from what I heard in terms of my intel about the Blightners, they're taking souls from folks to build their, own dark machinations. And from what we've heard, taking souls of folks can only be done once they're kinda dead-zo.
This
Does
is true.
seem to be the case.
So yeah, as much as I'm absolutely down for nice balance, probably not so gnarly when you have to kill to do it. Kinda harshes the buzz, a little.
Well then, I wonder if there's something else you could offer your opinions on. This flask he gave us.
Okay.
I'll give him a brief description of how it works. Pull the cork and everything gets sucked in. well, the shadows too.
Sounds pretty
This is a
gnarly.
good idea. To be showing him this.
He definitely would have gone over this plan with everybody. Do you think it's a bad idea to show him?
Lincoln wouldn't have stopped you, but
I don't think I would have come up with this plan in secret. I don't think Bark would have just been like, "Ooh, you know what I'm gonna do." So
I mean,
it would have been an open discussion on like the 3 days we had traveled here.
I think we should talk to the Serenitals about it and get like the other side of the story.
hey,
Yeah.
Lincoln can think you shouldn't do it, but it sounds like he's outvoted anyway, so you should do it
Sure,
anyway.
right, that's what I was offering other opinions.
Yeah, we're all kind of commissioned by the Serenitals anyway. We should kind of see what they're up to.
Are there strong opinions against showing it to him?
My only question is, are we doing this to get an advantage to potentially wax this guy?
To usurp him, yeah.
My
goal is to maybe reacquire his. I want to use his power. He's using it, but it probably sounds like for bad reason. If he really wanted it to be balanced, both of those balancing fields would be under the same control, not desperate ones.
On this, we can definitely agree.
And I think we could agree that he should be in charge of both. So, the resultant being the Serenitals should control them both. Perhaps they have some understanding they can lend us. He says that this will capture their darkness. I wonder if that's something that you understand here at the Helper's End, you Serenitals.
Well, we're a pretty large cast group across Jaydra and the whole of Celestial Cradle. But me specifically, as far as I know, building a Well of Darkness doesn't sound all that great. I think I'd prefer to have wells of light and just keep them closed, occasionally cracking them to just let a little bit seep through.
Yes.
And this also means that doing it that way instead of building a Well of Darkness means you don't have to, you know, ice folks, he says, kind of running a hand over his neck.
They could be bad folks though. It's not like you have to.
Oh, come on, man. Nobody's really bad at heart.
So
I've met some pretty bad people, sir.
Hope he's pro capital punishment. Cancel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right and wrong, huh? Things are right or wrong. Is that how it is?
Jimmy's gonna point to his face where it's still a little singed and burned from like 2 or 3 light wells worth of exposure and say, yeah, but you're having us go out there and open these things for you. Nobody wants to get hurt. It's not exactly friendly cracking one of those things open. See what I'm saying?
Well, certainly not, but I think the alternative of going out there and purposely killing others is a worse option, right?
Jimmy says nothing and walks away.
That was ominous.
I'm gonna assume he means yes, he agrees.
He didn't say he didn't. Yes, well, we will be here for the night. Maybe you can send it up the chain, ask another couple of Serenitals.
What did you want me to ask him again?
I don't remember. It's been a long day.
I don't either.
Shouldn't you have a light well and a dark well? What if something happens to the light? Don't you want to be prepared? My mothers always say to be prepared.
Well, that's the thing. Crafting a dark well means you gotta power it by darkness. It's the death plane. You'd have to bring death to make one. Not so gnarly to the Serenitals, if you know what I mean.
I would have
Very
to.
well. I believe that is the answer. though maybe not the way we expected.
Well, my mom's also say that there's only two certainties to life, and that's death and taxes. I don't know what taxes are.
Taxes are another thing that really harsh people's buzz.
God bless OP, man.
I was hoping you were going to say death and something frog related, like time rises or something like that.
It's the natural order of all things to die, of course, little guy, but, we don't want to purposefully expedite that. Of course, you're welcome to stay here. The facilities are yours. I'm sure you've been to plenty of these before and stopped by, got a little snooze in, got a little smoke in, he says, kind of pointing over at Tyne. As you're traveling throughout the Jaws here, just keep in mind, there's a faction here, call themselves the Scavengers. They've set up a number of dig sites around, occasionally shaking folks down. Not a great group. You're going to want to avoid these people if you can.
That's the Durgar, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Okay. We have run into them in our travels. They are unpleasant.
Exactly. Yeah.
What exactly? Oh, go ahead, Tyne.
I was just thanking him for the heads up.
Of course.
Do you know what business they have here in the Jaws?
Lots of nice resources here, not just in the Jaws, but across the entire passage. Lots of folks usually come in here looking for things that you can't really find outside of this place. Things that are usually extraordinarily rare seem to crop up a little more easily here, maybe because of the parallel nature of being close to such crazy planes like the Life and Death one. In particular, the Jaws of Oblivia, though, is a mountain range, and if they're trying to dig for some gnarly stuff underground, this would likely be the perfect place to do it. As far as I'm concerned, it just kinda, puts a little chaos in the natural order of the environment. It's not very cool.
Well, we'll keep an eye out.
Also, just kind of like cocking his head to the side, pointing a finger at you, Lincoln. You look like really familiar to someone's sketch over on the quest board.
What?
Yeah. Do you have like an admirer?
Admirer? I don't think so.
See, I asked him if he was arranging, meetups and these different inns, and he was being very cool. Apparently, everybody is going the right way with him, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. I want to see the quest board.
Or a top choice, maybe even the number one pick.
I am pretty cool. Lincoln goes and looks the quest board.
Okay, are you guys done talking with Kilisando?
I'm gonna let them do whatever they want. He mentioned that there's pictures of me on the quest board. I'm gonna go look at them.
Spider walks up a wall and then out of the door, just like runs to the quest board in the middle of the conversation.
Lincoln leaves the group. Does anybody else have anything else for Kilisando?
I just bugs out.
I'm gonna follow Lincoln. I'm gonna walk with him. Obviously not on the ceiling, but I'll try to follow.
All right, you're welcome. Man, no appreciation.
I guess as far as like the Skull Palace, whatever that was called.
Skull Palace.
Verdak.
I'm sorry. Like nouns are failing me even harder than normal.
Kyle has an IRL point of exhaustion.
Yeah. So if we report that to him,
I'll pass along the word to Serenade. That's more her department than mine, but yeah, if you guys have any quests in particular regions, you can always stop by one of the nearest helper's hands. I'll pass the word along.
Great.
Send a little birdie her way.
Did you ever have a dream where it's
Well, anyways, if you need me, I'll be around.
Does do you, toast to you for helping us? If you'd like to have some of this mug here.
Oh, there we go. A little appreciation. Thanks, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Oh no, Kevin's broken this dream.
Kevin.
That's how it feels.
Oh, Kevin.
Well, we will go to your we'll go to your inn and we'll use your services, and thank you very much. Thank you, Glissandro. Everybody, I believe we've had a rough time. We have been exploded and we have traveled through the abyss, so I believe it is time to retire and then check out the merchants in the morning.
Forte, you turn around, it's just Opie standing there.
Yes, come brave warrior. It's time for us to depart.
Okay, Mr. Forte.
Where did you get that accent?
Huh? Am I saying your accent?
I'm hearing things. Never mind.
All right, heading out to the open area of the back end of the Helper's Hand Guild, stepping over Lincoln to the quest board. There are a couple notes on here. Immediately catching your eyes is what appears to be a note with what appears to be a sketch of, yes, your face, your like skull with antlers, and a crude facsimile of the region here with a marked location on it that actually says House Deadmore, marked with an X.
That's the place I'm going. Can I just remove that from the bulletin board and just kind of pocket it?
Yeah, it's just like a little piece of paper held on the corkboard here you can rip off.
Is there supposed to be an X I can see somewhere on the map?
Yeah, I'm drawing it now. Let's see.
Okay.
That's gonna be.
So that was the thing with Lincoln's picture?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what was
Lost
it
dog.
called?
Answers to Lank.
House Deadmore.
Yeah. House Deadmore. There's also a couple other notes on here as well.
I look at them.
One of them mentions that there is a gnome currently staying here at this Helper's Hand, and you can summon them by asking at the front counter. They have a room here. They're named Fleechler, and they're looking to have a party of adventurers take along some highly explosive barrels over to a place known as the Cantankerous Quarry, where they can potentially destroy the entrance and gather some valuable resources inside.
Hey,
Oh.
you thinking what I'm thinking, Mr. Lincoln?
No. What are you thinking?
We could take the barrels to the Hydra.
Yeah, I'm thinking that we need a little more boom for that Hydra. Yeah.
Wouldn't they be mad if we used their barrels for another purpose?
If we were to pick up this quest and say lose one along the way from a vicious attack in the night, I don't think they would know.
Like it would fell off of a truck.
Exactly.
But why would we make it fall off of the truck?
So we can shove it down the Hydra's stupid mouth and watch it explode.
That would be lying.
That's the point.
Oh, it would be lying. I see.
It would not necessarily be lying if we did lose it inside of a Hydra.
Yeah, we had to take a trip through Epicedium. Oh no, hey.
Clever wordplay. Lose the barrel.
Yes.
You must be part Fae.
Yeah, something like that.
1/16th on my father's side.
No guy.
There are 3
Yes.
other notes here for it as well.
All right, so we got the explosive barrel one.
What was? Does it say there's a reward? What it is?
It just says, speak with Fleechler the gnome by asking at the front counter for more information. There are 3 other notes. One of them literally just reads in large letters, beware the Blightstone. And there is a drawing in charcoal of what appears to be a large black stone.
Okay.
There is a note that is scribbled on. And these don't look like quest notes. These are more like set to the edges of the board, almost as just, random passerbys, almost serving as, some type of notification instead of a query for a quest. This one just reads, stay away from Pebblestone. We don't go there anymore.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to Pebblestone. You guys know that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Pebblestone. Give us that shit.
Finally, there's one that says, do you love cute little furry critters to take with you on your adventures? Selling hamsters here.
No, no.
It also reads in an asterisk, golden hamster giveaway. Just ask for the furbog holding the hamsters.
Not again.
Since we're in a safe area, Opie has Scritch and Scratch just like out like on him. Like one of them's like on his head and he's like petting the other one. And he's like, oh, we could get you a brother or sister.
There's some sort of golden hamster.
I want a golden hamster.
Orc stomach growls.
We should ask the Furbo.
Are those all the notes, Jason?
That's everything from the quest board currently.
Opie's gonna ask around for this Pebblestone location.
Make a investigation or persuasion check.
Does anybody want to help me?
I can't. I can make my own check, but I'm not proficient in those to assist.
Yeah.
-1.
I can help with investigation. I can give you advantage. I got +4 on it.
Oof.
Goodness.
12.
Yikes.
See, so what you forget the board, kid. You see the furbog might be over there. We can get you some more hamsters.
You ask around a little bit, Opie, and in return, all you really hear is it's mostly travelers here. Many of them don't seem to be like natives of the region, so they're not exactly sure. The best information you get is someone telling you it's on the far south end of the Jaws.
Okay.
Can I ask around, and by ask I mean walk up to people and threateningly say, "Where is Pebblestone? If you know what is good, tell me where Pebblestone."
You can make an intimidation check at disadvantage, not because you're not intimidating, but because Opie kind of already asked around.
I'm sorry. Were you also asking about Pebblestone, Opie?
Yeah.
Oh, is there one place we haven't asked about yet? I guess everywhere else has a person that would tell us where it is. I'll roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
13.
Yeah.
Higher than
Same info. The human turns around and says, "I already told the little kid, far south. I've never been there.
But I'm watching you.
The note said not to go. I didn't go."
I back away slowly.
Opie goes and tries to find the furbog with the golden hamster.
It doesn't take you long to find a tall furbog who's a little lankier than most of his cousins, who is holding a bunch of tiny hamsters in his arms. "Hey there, Squirt. How's it going?"
I heard about a golden hamster. I'd like to get Scritch and Scratch a sibling.
Oh, and I'd love to sell you some. Would you like to pick from one of my 4 hamsters?
Are they golden?
Well, you see, he says, kind of touching each that is in his hands. You can buy any one you like, and they're all different colored. Some of them have spots, some of them are a single sort of brownish, like flesh tone color, like a nice red to their fur, as he says. You pick whatever one you like, and when you buy them after the transaction is complete, one of them may have a special golden sticker down at the bottom, and if you pull that one, little guy, you get yourself a special prize.
Well, how much does the hamster cost?
25 gold pieces.
Oh, well, I have that. Can Opie make some kind of check? Or, like, is this just pure luck?
He's like holding them in such a way that it's obviously not going to really reveal anything. So unless you actively do something specific to try and see it, it would just be a luck check.
He'll take the spotted one.
All right, give me a D4 roll, please.
One? Is one good?
Is
one as in I'm number 1?
He lifts up the spotted one and says, not a winner, but hey, I'll take the 25 gold pieces and you have a new little pal.
I'm gonna put 25 more gold in his hand and say, go for another one, kid.
Oh no, don't encourage this. What are you doing?
Is there like an all black hamster or something?
Yeah, there's an all black one. And then give me a D3 roll.
D3?
Mm-hmm. Weird number.
Oh god, how do I roll again?
Slash roll.
Roll.
Yeah.
Or slash R, yeah.
Space
D3?
1D3.
1 as in I'm number 1?
He pulls up the little black hamster and says, no special prize, but look at how cute he is! And he kind of props it on your head.
He is cute.
Could just eat him up.
Jesus. Well, that's alright. I got Scritch and Scratch some siblings. I don't know what to name them. What do you think, Uncle Jimmy?
Yeah, the all black one. Call that Little Jim.
Okay. And I think I'm gonna name this one, the spotted one, Stink Cow, because he looks like a stink cow.
That's a good one.
Scratch Little Jim and Spot Stink Cow.
The best names.
Does he only have 2 left, Jason?
There's only 2 left.
You guys are insane for even considering this.
50-50.
Oh wait,
chances.
Question. When we looted the chest last time, how much gold did we get split?
We don't split it. We put it in the party
Oh, okay.
gold. We have 240 in the party gold.
I don't want to take from there. I didn't know if you guys had. I missed that part. All right.
No.
Any more hamster babies? 2 more left in stock. And hey, look. The special prize must lie under one of these little furry guys. It's up to you. 50-50 chance. Either way, you get a cute little baby giant miniature space hamster in the process.
This is it, guys. This is the MacGuffin that's gonna rip the Hydra in half, and we're just too dumb not to buy it. I'm gonna hand him 25 more gold and pull one myself, blindly.
All right, he says as he does this thing where he shifts them around in his hands and kind of holds one out in each hand, keeping the bottom halves of them covered on his palms, so you can't tell which one. Give me a D2 roll, please.
That's a 2.
You pull this one up. It is a little speckled spotted hamster that is mostly white but has little speckle spots of a brownish texture to it, almost like tiger stripes in a way. Underneath it, though, hanging off of its belly is a golden-looking piece, a strip of what looks like parchment. As the furbog says, "Oh, hey, look at that! Congratulations! You finally pulled it. I was hoping some... You can't believe how many people don't buy these little guys. They're the cutest thing. They're the perfect thing to keep your spirits high on your journeys." Well then, do you two want to see the special reward I have in tow for you all?
Well, yes.
Just fucking
Obviously.
flicks them off.
I like how it's your background blurs it out a little bit too.
It was perfect. Yeah.
He says, all right, he yells out to the back of the tent that he's standing in front of. Hey, honey, can you come grab this other hamster? I'm going to take these folks. They won the prize. And he hands the hamster off to a figure who kind of reaches out to take it as he turns to both of you and Uncle Jimmy and Opie and says, all right, we're going to actually need to go over to the stables if you don't mind. Follow me!
He's gonna take us out back and murder us.
Yep.
I swear to God, if he polymorphs me into a hamster and tries to sell me, I'm done.
I hope this prize is good.
And
Oh,
me too,
trust me,
kid.
it will be.
I keep my hand on the inside of my clothing towards the side of my holster for my crossbow.
Opie's oblivious and just like playing with his 4 hamsters in his arms. They're like crawling all over him.
I put the 5th one on top of Opie's head just so I can have my crossbow ready. Oh look, I think this one likes you, kid.
As he's walking on the way there, he turns and says, "We were looking for a way to, make it more fun to play with the hamsters, but also make sure that they're taken care of, make sure that they're safe. I worked with a cabal of wizards trying to, kickstart my business, and they were able to develop something that was certainly able to protect the hamsters, but stopped it short of being able to be affectionate with them. So I didn't find that it was going to be great for business. So I decided the next best thing. I'd run sort of like a raffle system, and the winner could maybe make use of it. I assume you guys are what? Traders, merchant, travelers, something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so, I mean, I imagine you could probably get some use out of this, he says, as he begins to kind of lead you into the area where all of, like, the carts and stuff like that are kept, the stable area, as he heads over and says, yeah, it's just over here. And as he leads you over, hang on just a second, let me grab this and move it over.
Perfect.
Like that one like giant obese hamster. On
Yeah,
the
it's so fat. He's so cute.
It's little Jim.
He's so cute.
That's little Jim.
Yeah.
Turning the corner at the stables, and you see, like, it's mostly like horses here, maybe some mules, mostly draft animals. Yours is really one of the only ones that seems to stick out. Or at least you thought that until you turn the corner, and there you see a hamster that is the size of a large horse. A
This
big,
is the best 75 gold we've ever spent.
a large,
You spent 75 gold on hamsters?
technically more. Technically more because you bought some.
150 all
Yeah.
Let's see what it does.
The thing about this particular giant space hamster, though, is it is inside of what appears to be a large glass ball.
Oh, I knew
It-
this was coming.
Pushes against the ball and kind of runs over next to the furbog, who kind of places a hand at it and says, yeah, it's okay, little buddy. You've got some new owners. And he turns and says, I've made a couple modifications to the thing. You can actually attach some reins. Could serve as a draft animal for you all. Now, it's not exactly...
Does
What?
he ever leave the ball?
That's the thing, right? So the wizards were able to protect him. So here's the bonuses. This guy's not going to be able to do much other than pull your cart, right? He's not going to give you any cool bonuses or any wild things that you come to expect maybe from some of your other magical critters. But he's inside of this magical ball. He doesn't need to breathe. He doesn't need to eat, so you don't have to worry about feeding him. And best of all, he's impervious to any type of damage.
He's inside a resilient sphere. Oh my god, that's so funny.
And he's all yours now.
Is he okay in there?
Oh, he's perfectly happy, yeah. He loves moving around. Whenever he needs to move, he just kind of runs to one side of the whole sphere and it just kind of moves along with him.
Oh, no, he's perfect. And you said nothing can harm him, correct?
He's impervious to damage. I don't know anything, ever. The wizards continue to try to actually... I really shouldn't say this, but they did all kinds of things. They fired spells at the thing. I think they even wheeled out a cannon. Nothing seemed to affect the ball.
Oh no, this is perfect, my friend. This is wonderful. You've done us a great service today. I promise he won't be they won't be hurt.
Hey, look, it's whatever you want it to be, honestly. I haven't really checked under the hood. You give it your own name, call it whatever you want. It's yours now.
Jimmy's just gonna, like, smile ear to ear and then shake his hand and say, come on, kid, we gotta go talk to the group. I got an idea.
This is your new draft animal. I don't have like a stat block in the game for it, but this is a giant space hamster with the addition of it being impervious to all forms of damage, and it does not require food or air.
All forms of damage. All.
Opie's gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Yes.
Gosh, dude.
Yes.
You knew this was coming, Jason. I mean, you had to expect that I have to talk to the hamster.
I fucking love the token. Oh my god.
It's adorable. Great token.
Cutie.
Hello, are you okay in there?
That's. Hang on. I gotta find a good one. Hang on.
Well, there.
Oh my god.
The Angel Purple Nightmare.
Testing. Okay, there we go.
What a game.
So we're gonna.
Hello?
Oh no.
Can you hear me in there?
Who is that?
My name's Opie. This is Uncle Jimmy. Apparently we're your new owners.
You see the hamster looking around before it locks its large black beady eyes with you, Opie, and kind of pushes its ball over to you.
Oh, hello. Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Oh, I don't think I was given a name.
Okay,
There was a number of people, after they put me inside of this ball thing, they kept trying to do stuff to the ball. I guess maybe to break me free. They called me a number of names, I think, trying to maybe figure out what would be the best one. Stuff like, damn it, shit, we can't break it out.
You can be little shit if you want.
Name it. Don't name it little shit.
That's
Don't.
what we do.
Little shit sounds cute. I like that.
God.
I think so too. Are you happy in the ball? Do you want to be outside of the ball?
No, I love it in here. It's very cozy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. If we hooked you to our cart, would you want to pull our cart?
Oh, you let me do that? That sounds like fun.
Okay. Well, I'll tell everybody else that your name is Little Shit.
I can't believe that this is happening. I can't believe this is happening.
Okay, well, just let me know if you need anything. Just like tap on your glass or something, and I'll talk to you.
Okay, sure. I'm pretty worry-free being in this ball and all, but I'll let you know if I need anything.
Okay. All right, we roll off with little shit.
All right. The furball waving, happy with the transaction. You now have a new mount, should you choose to use it.
So
good.
I wish I was playing a different character so I could appropriately react to this.
Meta question, Jason. Where are we in the timeline compared to the Wild Tycoons at the moment?
Who knows?
Nice.
Okay. As soon as we get back to the group, I try to gather them up. All right. So I figured it out.
Yeah, I'd assume at some point, yeah, you after doing some poking around here, Uncle Jimmy kind of pulls you all together. Team huddle.
So I explained to them the premise of the giant hamster in the ball.
His name is Little Shit.
Yeah, so like little shit here. Can't even touch him. Nothing. We're talking about supreme magic fired upon this sphere and orb-like contraption.
We'll see about that.
Now, Jason, if it's a shapeshifter, it has to reveal its true form.
It begins to shift and change.
They're like a Tarrasque.
Yeah.
Are you actually casting Moonbeam?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of want to, but I don't think there's the situation other than to be at a punchline.
Man.
Lincoln hits the ball a couple of times.
It reverberates with a bit of a echo, and it feels hard against your bony knuckle.
It is impervious.
Yeah. See what I mean? So we hook this guy up to a contraption or another cart or something. Give me a moment to think on that. And we found this wonderful quest on the board for hauling a lot of explosives. So we hook them up to the giant hamster seat, and then we guide it at the false Hydra. We just drive it right at it, and it can't hurt the hamster. So we instead of waiting to bring the monster to the explosives, we bring the explosives to the monster. So we literally blow it to hell and back. And if it's still standing, we can, finish the job. But I'm pretty sure a couple barrels will put a big dent in that thing, yeah?
You rolling around us this whole conversation? Is that what this is?
Yeah, he's just rolling around.
Lincoln casts Speak with Animals. You there. Can you hear me?
Yes, hello! My name is Little Shit!
This plan will not work, Jimmy.
Why is that?
It can hear. The second that the Hydra is within earshot, it will forget what it's doing. And Looney Tunes style will come trouncing back to us with explosives attached to it.
Okay, so we rolled the thing into the cave, and as soon as it goes to attack, boom. Perfect.
I can roll pretty good.
Thank you, Little Shit. That will be all.
I'm telling you, this is gonna work.
I deliberately dropped Speak with Animals. So I can no longer
I figured you would.
What if it's like a slowpoke and it doesn't realize it's hearing it and just continues rolling around like an idiot until it gets eaten?
They can't get eaten.
Right. Well,
all
gets
types of damage.
attempted to eaten.
I mean, we don't know how smart this Hydra thing is, but
it's pretty smart.
I'm just saying, a big giant hamster rolling around the ball. I mean, that's good bait, man.
It is a good idea, but I think practicality fails itself.
Yeah.
When we left the Hydra last time, did we blow up the entrance to his lair?
Yes.
Yes.
Which, as far as we did.
Yeah.
We caved it in.
Yeah.
We blew up.
Because if we hadn't, I would just say let's do that plan again. But
when we get to the town, we're gonna have to figure out where the exit point is, because surely by now it's dug its way out.
Yeah.
I remember Jason telling us if there was a way for it to get in, there's probably a second way for it to get out or something like that.
That was the.
Maybe I said that.
I used that.
Cool.
Reaching into the side of some tunnel. Yes. Well, I seem to be very, very sleepy. I don't know that there's anything else we can do here besides push on through till morning.
Jason, do they have any gear? I mean, I guess we buy beeswax or whatever. That's probably not going to be too... Do we have beeswax left over? Does anybody have... I think we bought a lot, more than we needed, but I don't have it on my character sheet, so I don't know.
No, it's in the. We have 5 pounds of it, I think.
Jesus. Okay, we're fine. Do they have any potions of thunder resistance or potions of don't get stunned, please? I don't know what that would be.
So we kind of lost our tables that we used to have off a website I was going to try to use for this campaign. So going back to the Stronghold and Merchants PDF, which some of you may have, and if not, I'll share it with you. They have the following. They have alcohol and refreshment. They have animals. They have food and animal products. Flowers and seeds.
Potions?
Potions, poisons, and herbs. Let's take a look at that. Let's see. You were looking for like a thunder resist?
Yeah, potion of resistance, and then they'll come in all the different flavors.
There is a potion of resistance here, yes, for 250 gold pieces.
Okay, that's a lot. How much do we have?
Less than.
We have 260 in the party gold.
I've got 180 on me.
Or 240. Hold on.
240, yeah.
240, yeah.
We kind of have to go all out, otherwise we're gonna have to. It's deal with the thing we know, or deal with Grim Accord, and we don't know what he's up to. We kind of have to sell out to make sure we can fight this Jaydra.
Yeah,
I have 60 gold. I will throw in.
From energy, I'm seeing how much is protection from energy concentration. Yes, fuck. Okay, so we need. Yeah, we need to buy it then, because one of you guys is gonna need to put up concentration on something else.
Yeah, I was either gonna do Bless or Spirit Guardians and be in there. So
I think Bless on you and Tyne doing protection from energy is probably the play, and then I'm gonna put down. Oh, how much fucking money do I have? I can put down 100 towards a potion of protection from thunder.
I have 60. You can have all of it. I don't have any use for it.
You can take 50 from me.
All right,
So that's it. All right, and then I got 50. So we'll call that even with everybody who said something. Take that up.
Okay, yeah, we'll subtract that amount, and I'll add potion of thunder resistance to my thing.
Yo thing.
How much am I taking from the party gold?
No, 0.
Oh, okay.
We pocketed it.
Yeah, it was our pocket cash. Added to equipment. Ooh, it's green.
250, it better be.
Yeah. All right. Well, I feel not great about that, but it's a necessary evil, I think.
I mean, it's either that or we got to do this, or that guy starts chasing us down. So I mean,
yeah. Okay. Anything else you guys can think of? We got the wax. We got the spells. We got a potion.
I mean, is it too much of a stretch to talk to the Sorrendos? Maybe get some sort of hand with the the Hydra, I mean, they might have something. I mean, anything that might be able to help us. Even if it's just one of us getting some sort of advantage on this thing. This thing needs to go down.
Worth a shot.
Hurt to ask.
Max Darkness, he said he would give us some troops too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the largest tavern in town.
Yeah, we have to ask for Men of the Dark. Something to that effect.
So, as you consider maybe finalizing this plan by asking perhaps Glissando or another representative from the Serenitals here at this particular area, we're at time, so that is where we would draw this session to a close.
Okay.
With an interesting deal made between you and a Fae in order to finalize obliterating the curseful creature in Epicedium, and now with a new mount in tow that continues to move around in its ball. It moves a little too quickly and the ball catches up with it and it nearly flings itself on its back, and you see it rolling around a little bit in its ball. It's the size of a bear.
Shit.
So cute.
That's a good place to wrap up, as you all kind of have hit this new area.
That we wrap up after we go to bed and somebody wakes up Lincoln.
Oh, do you guys want to do that now? I don't know how long that's gonna last.
I was just thinking like we get an introduction of it, not necessarily the whole scene. But
Save it for next week.
Yeah, you save it for next week.
Okay, sure. So yeah, as you all begin the preparations for maybe resting a little bit, although it is light time here, obviously you may all need a little bit of rest before moving on and having reached this area. Although you do still have a couple days that you could keep pressing on. I think it was only 2 or so days to get here after you pushed. So, something to think about. But if you'd like to rest here, yeah, you're more than welcome to. I think Opie, is still a little tired?
Yeah, and Lincoln wants to meet the Deadmore representative. Although it may have just been, they may have just left the note for me on the quest board and that's all. But just in case, I was asked to spend the night here, so we may as well.
Sure. So that's a good place to wrap up. Yeah, we'll do that there. We'll come back next week and pick up with you spending what is an evening here during Blight time to maybe speak with a representative, having gotten at least some initial message over on the questing board and a new mount in tow. That's a good place to wrap up. Thank you everybody so much for joining us. Thank you all, Joka. Thank you everybody else from the chat. Make sure if you haven't already to donate to that Gleedokin reward. Thank you, Rags. The supply drop is part of our Twitch channel point rewards. Go put your points in. You can donate quite a few every time. Every day. Come join us for more next week. Same time, same place. Friday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Go join in my Thursday evening game if you're interested over and start playing. Go hang out with us and stay in touch over in the Discord. And for my general links, go check it out over there. Go support me. Go follow the Twitter and things like that. Go over to the Patreon. You get all kinds of cool behind the scenes look for not only this campaign but also our Weirdkin stuff. And yeah, I stream Monday through Thursday where we play D&D mixed with monster battling. So if you like games like Pokemon and Digimon and stuff like that, go join me then. That's it for us for this evening. Let's go ahead and just give someone a real quick raid. But as I do that, I'm going to go ahead and just wrap up our stream here so we can pull things to a close. I really appreciate everyone stopping by. We're only a handful of people away now from the big old 750 mark. So thank you all for the support. Let's keep working towards that goal and growing the community. So thank you all. We'll be back next week for more. And I do have a fun announcement to let loose here eventually. But until then, thank you everybody for hanging out with me. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Drink plenty of water. Stretch your legs. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
What do you guys think happened?
One of the players Robbie played with got carried away and killed him.
Well, that's kind of far out.
Mazes and Monsters is a far-out game. Swords, poison, spells, battles, maiming, killing.
Hey, it's all imagination.
Is it?